16 years in property management, that tells me you've probably seen a lot, especially when it comes to hiring vendors. I've seen you firsthand deal with commercial vendors. Tell me what specifically you look for in vendors, whether that's a cleaning company, a commercial roofer, it doesn't matter who it is, but you as the property manager, what are you looking for when a vendor gets presented to you and might be working on one of your properties?
The first thing we look for is, are they vetted and insured?
Sure.
If you don't have that, you're not even stepping foot
You
on our
should have
properties.
that.
You should
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
And you should start with that paperwork.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so assuming that they're vetted, they're licensed, they're insured, and the relationship starts. Let's say you're weighing 3 different options here from a vendor standpoint. All of them check all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Once that relationship starts, what is it really that you're kind of tuned into?
For my industry, it's all about the approach. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of different parties involved in managing that relationship. So I really need a good communication and one point of contact in the company.
Okay, I think that's really well said. I think often vendors bring too many players to the table, muddies the water, and it muddies the process. I like to say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we tell our commercial cleaning clients that your goal is to make it easier for any facility director or property manager you're working with.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that's it. It's not always the case.
That's how you keep me.
Yeah, that's how we keep you. Exactly. Okay, so once that relationship starts, let's say you kind of hone in on that commercial cleaning company you want to work with, what do you expect from them from like an onboard phase? Like, let's say you have an apartment, common areas, gym, all of that, a cleaner's about to start. What does day one look like when working with that company for you?
Well, what day one should look like
what should it?
is a meeting with whoever the manager is going to be. There's a lot of turnover with the actual cleaners,
Sure.
I've noticed. So having that relationship with the person who's handling the account and the manager that's going to stay is really helpful to talk about expectations, get a checklist of what the daily, weekly service routines are going to be, and walk through the property just to become familiar with it.
Sure. Okay. And once day one kind of kicks off, do you expect from your cleaning companies, like, I don't want to say like reporting, or like, how do they communicate with you on an ongoing basis that there's a balance there? It's not too overwhelming, but it's not too scarce.
In my industry, it's really helpful to have some kind of documentation. Some commercial companies, whether it's cleaners or roofers or whatever, they'll have their own communication system where they can send updates through that to the property manager, either written or with pictures preferred.
Sure.
And then I can share that information to the people in my industry that I need to update. For me, that's boards. Sometimes it's a homeowner that I can attach pictures on the maintenance request that say, you know what, you reported that this item needed to be serviced, and here it is. That solves all of my issues,
Sure.
and I don't take additional phone calls, additional emails, or an upset person coming to my office because it hasn't been resolved.